Hey, this is Joe Vennare with Hybrid Athlete, and today we're going to go through a simple body weight workout that you can do anywhere, anytime. We're going to go through 4 exercises, and we're going to go through a ladder 10 to 1, meaning we're going to start at 10, do 10 of each, 9 of each, 8 of each, all the way down until 1 of each exercise. So it's going to look like this. First is the push-up. We'll go through 10 reps of the push-up. Next, we'll move on to the lower body and the body weight squat. Come back to the upper body with the dive bomber, and then finish off with the jump lunge. Great, for our first move, we're going to be doing the push-up, so we're down on the ground. We're going to take it out into the top of a plank position. So my hands are underneath my shoulders, feet together. I'm squeezing my lower body and core. Everything is nice and tight. I'm going to lower myself down to the ground and press back up through the top of that movement. While I'm doing this, my head, my chin is tucked, so I'm nice and neutral here. I'm not straining my neck and reaching out. I'm not trying to look straight up or up at the sky. So chin tucked, head down to the bottom, press up, and that's our push-up. We're going to go through 10 reps here and then move on to the next exercise. If you can't do a push-up, you can go ahead and drop one knee down and keep everything core nice and tight, legs nice and flexed, and go through that same range of motion. Or go to 2 knees, same movement. Or if you have to, starting from the bottom, hand release and push up. The idea is we're going to get ourselves strong enough in the chest and core to be able to do 10 push-ups in a row. Moving on to our next exercise, the body weight squat. We're going to take into our squat position about shoulder width, a little bit wider if you have to, chest up nice and high. Working back, our butt back in that first part of the movement, chest up, hips, core to the top. One more time, reaching back and up. From the side, just to give you a view of how far down I'm going. Down, I'm about 90, maybe a little bit lower. If you don't have the strength or flexibility to do that, you can be up higher. Just make sure you're maintaining good body posture while you're doing it. And every time, work a little bit harder to get lower, driving your butt towards the wall behind you and sitting back like you're sitting into a chair. We're not knees down, heels up. We're on our heels, butt back. So down and up. If that move is too easy, you can take and make it a body weight jump squat. So I'm down to the bottom and I'm exploding out of that movement at the top. Light on my feet when I go back down into the squat, up to the top of the squat each time. After the squats, we're going to transition from the lower body to the upper body, and we're going to do that here on the ground with the dive bomber. The dive bomber is similar to a push-up, but gets a little bit more of the shoulders and core incorporated into this movement. It's similar to a downward dog in yoga, except for we're going through a full range of motion. I'll show you what that looks like. So starting out in the plank position, with my butt is a little bit higher than a push-up. If you can, keep the feet nice and close together, the hands underneath the shoulders. This is going to make it more difficult. If this is too hard, you can widen your feet out. It'll make it a little bit easier. So from this position, I'm going to go my chest to my hands, chin up nice and high, and then back to the top of that movement. And again, if my feet are closer, it's harder, but it'll look like this. Down through that movement, up to the top, and push back with my butt and heels to our starting point. And the first round, that's 10 reps, and then the next round we'll go 9, 8, and then work our way down. Moving on to the last exercise of our circuit and back to the lower body, we're going to take the basic lunge and make it a jump lunge. So starting in the split stance like we would in a lunge, I'm going to drop my back knee straight down, keeping my upper body nice and tall, and I'm going to jump and switch my legs and arms. Jump, switch, switch. My arms are working just like they would if I was running. So as you're going through that movement, each leg counts as 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the first round, it's 10 repetitions. Once we finish the jump lunge, at 10 reps, we would have done 10 reps of each movement, the push-up, the squat, the dive bomber, and the lunge. The second round is 9 of each, then 8 of each, all the way down to 1.